In this video, I have two example 7x7 solves, highlighting my thought process and some of the advanced techniques in this module. Alright, let's get into some 7x7 example solves. The first thing to do is figure out which center that I'm going to solve first. And I think there's a bunch of stuff on green which makes me feel like solving green is going to be nice to do first. So we've got these three, this bar here, this one, and this one. So what I'm going to do is create a 1x5 bar here, like so, and then also attach these two corner centers to those three to create another 1x5 bar. And then perhaps before I finish this, I'll actually do the inner 1x5 bar. So I've got these three solved now, and then use this one, and then finish off like so. And probably before I do that L move, I'll move these two out of the way. So now I've got these three, and setting up for the next 1x5 bar, I've got this piece, and then this piece, bring it down, L, U, like that. Now what I'm going to do is check on this side for any green pieces. There are actually two here. So I just need to be careful about moving them into an adjacent layer to green. So probably what I'm going to do is pair those two up first, and then pair those up, attach this one to those, and attach this corner center to those, and then solve it like that. Next up is solving the blue center. This is the first 1x5 bar is pretty straightforward. Just moving this one. The second 1x5 bar is also very straightforward. I've got these four and that one there. Next 1x5 bar, I'm going to start with these three. Attach this one, and then this one. And I'm going to put it in this position. So now I've got this 3x5 block here. Next up, I've got these two, and this piece here. So put those in, then insert, do an F prime to get these two into this kind of slice so that I can do stuff like R, U prime wide U, like that. And unfortunately, the other blue oblique didn't go to this face. So I know that the other blue oblique is in the back face here. What I'm going to do next is just do U to L and hope that it comes to this face, in which case it did. So I don't need to do another rotation. I can just slice it down and then insert. And now I've solved the blue center as well. So next up, I'll do a rotation and probably need to figure out what I'm going to do here. I see some stuff on yellow. Yeah, it might make sense to do yellow, although it's going to be a bit of an unconventional center. So what I'm going to do first is do a U to L prime, like that. And that gives me a few options. So I've got these two and these two. So kind of a 2x3 block here. And then I'm going to attach a 1x2 and a 1x2 like this. So this 1x2 and then this 1x2. And that gives me a 2x5 bar here. Next up, I'm going to solve the last 1x5 bar like this. And I've got these two, and this one. So I can do something like this, solve it, and move it down like so. Now next up, probably need to solve this one, these ones. So something like D2 slice D2, U2 up to solve this 1x4, and then finish off by bringing that down. Now next up, do something like R prime F2 R to avoid a rotation and solve those three. And now I've got this corner center and this corner center. So I can probably solve the 1x5 like that, and then bring it back down. Now next up, it's not super easy. I guess I probably wouldn't solve the inner 1x5 bar here on red first because there are some other options. I can do something like white R prime FR and then perhaps I'm trying to solve a 1/5 bar like this. So U prime R prime, and then do an F move to move it out of the way, to move this one here, sorry. U2 R prime, and then this outer 1/5 bar, like that. Now I've got this outer center this outer one here. So what I'm going to do is pair it up with these two, like that. And now I need to finish off, so I've got like this T case, I need to finish off the red center. I can do that with this one and this one, like so. Now moving on to the next bar, I've got this one and these three, this one here, and then I'll do a slice move up to insert that because I didn't really want to insert these corners. Then these three, bring them together, U2, R prime, U2, R, and then insert that final red bar. Now we're on to the last two centers. Probably it would be nice to solve the 2x5 directly, and I think we can quite easily do that. We've got this 2x2 block and this 2x2 block, so I can do something like U, R prime, F2, R2, U prime, R prime, like that, to solve this 2x5, and then attach another 1x5 there, like that. Then we've got these two, so I kind of want to keep these together. So what I'm going to do is keep these together and attach them to these two, like so. Then I also want to keep these two together. So what I might do is do U prime, RU, R prime, like that. Insert, and then finish off, and then do a commutator. And probably, I guess while I was doing that, I saw these red and yellows. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. So without doing any rotations, I can do something like R2, U2, and then go on and solve my red and yellows, although I need to find one more red and yellow edge piece. So I'll flip over, and here it is. And whilst I'm doing that, I see that these red and white pieces need to be solved. So try and figure out the best way to do this. Probably the best way to do this is just to do something like L prime U L there, slice that way, flip those two, and then this one is back here, and then continue solving. That was a little bit involved, so my look ahead probably suffered a little bit there. I see these green and oranges, these two, this one and this one here. So I'll probably go ahead and solve 4 out of 5 edge pieces there. Once again, I don't see any green and oranges here, so I'll flip over, and this last one is over here. Now, at this point, I have a kind of decision to make whether I go and continue solving, flip back and just solve 2 more edges onto this face, or whether I store this one and continue solving here. I saw these 2 blue and oranges, and I remembered that there was a blue and orange here. So I guess I might just flip back and try and solve my 4 edges onto this face to make look ahead quite easy for the last 4 edges. So I've got this blue and orange, these 2 and this one. This blue and orange is here. I can do something like a rotation and then do R prime U, R2, U prime, R prime. Slice it across, and the final blue and orange is over here. And what I can do now is just do something like R prime, D prime, R. So I don't have to rotate, take it back out and rotate again. I can just store it in the bottom and then continue solving. And from here, look ahead is going to be quite easy. I've got the white and green, so these 2, this one and this one. So I can do U2, flip, move like that. Then I might rotate to finish that off. After this, I've got a few different options I can choose from. I saw the green and sorry, not the green. I saw the yellow and orange ones first, so I might insert that, attach this one, insert this one, and finish solving those. Next up, I saw white and greens, so these 2, then these 2, and then this one. And the last one, which is quite obvious, is white and blue. So insert those, do a U2 to create these three like this, bring those two to the front, slice, and then restore the center pieces around that slice. All right, so we're down to the last 4 edge pieces. Something that I can see that I can do fairly easily is solve 4 out of 5 of these blue and reds. So I've got these two, this one, and this one. So I can flip this, slice, flip, and then slice back. And now that I've solved 4 out of 5 here, I can just simply do a cycle kind of move to attach these 4 to this one. So I'll take out the back pieces like that, slice across, insert, and then slice back. Next up, I see that I've got this one, this one, this one, this one. So I can do something similar. So slice this layer, flip, and then slice across. And then again, this last green and red one is here. So I can take out from the back, U prime, U, and then I see that I'm going to have edge parity. Actually, I see that I can, if I insert this edge piece here, then what I can do is just do a slice, flip, slice to insert this wing to this position. Slice, flip, slice back. And then for my last edge, I just have outer wing parity. And then I'm going to go ahead and solve 3x3 stage. So I'm doing the green cross here. Nothing particularly interesting coming up. And now we're done. All right, time for the next 7x7 example solve. We can have a look around and see what's going to be useful for us. I think actually in this situation, solving the inner 3x3 first on yellow is going to be quite nice. I see I've got these these inner ones and these two, as well as this 1x3 here. So I can do something like R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R. Bring up these two from the bottom, and then this one, attach it, and then slice up. So now I've solved this 3x4 on yellow, and I've got this on yellow as well, which is going to be quite useful. So I can just do an F prime, U prime, L prime, whoops, like that. And now I've solved this 4x4. Now what I need to do is create a 1x3, like that, to use this corner piece. And now I've got 4x5. Next up, I've got this piece and this piece. So I can pair them up. And then I see I've got this one, and this one. So I can do something like D prime, R2, R prime, D, R, and then L prime, U, like that, to solve it onto the left face here. Now, again, there's nothing very good at all on white. So I guess I would see these two probably and just insert them, then potentially rotate across and just insert those two. So kind of a quick and dirty way of doing the 1x5 bar here. Now next, there's a few options in terms of building the next 1x5 bar. So probably what I'll do is use this one, attach it to those two, and then just use this piece to create that 1x5. Next up, I've got these two, which I can attach to those, as well as use this one to create that 1x5 bar and then insert it. And luckily, and not luckily, I guess thankfully, there are no more white pieces in this line or this line. So it's going to be, hopefully decently easy to solve the next 1x5 bar. So I've got these ones and these two, BL, like that. Insert there. And then I can do something like U to pair up those two, RU to pair up that one, D prime to pair up that, and then the last white center didn't appear here, so it must be stuck in the back, in which case I can just do an R2, U2 across, and insert it like that, and then continue on solving my next center. I see that I've got these three, as well as these three on green, So probably what I might do is do something like D, like that, and then do F, R, F prime, L prime, like that, to get those ready, R2, and then D2. Now, need to figure out what I'm going to do here. This works quite well. I've got this 1 by 2, this 1 by 2, and this 1 by 2. So I can do something like R, U, F, L prime, R prime to solve that one. Bring those back down and bring those back down. And then I've got this one, these three pieces, which I can attach this one to, and U prime, M prime, and then use a corner piece to finish off that 1 by 5 bar. Now what I'll do here is probably just check the bottom to check if there's any green pieces on the bottom. Otherwise I know that, like I can see here, there's no green pieces on the bottom face. So what I can do is do something like M prime, U prime, M to create this 1 by 3, and then insert that last 1 by 5 there. Now next up, I'll probably just solve this 1 by 5 bar on red. So pair those ones, and then sadly there's no pairing of center pieces here, so I'll have to create it myself. So RU R prime, and then just do something like R2 D R2, like that. Now next I've got this 1 by 3, so I'm going to use that to create a 1 by 5 bar there. Insert those, and then I've got these two and this one, and I can attach this one to them, M, U prime, M prime, like that, and then this one here, and then bring those down like so. Then I might just be inclined to, before I do a rotation, attach this one to this one, and then move across, attach these two to these ones, attach that one, and then finish that off there. Now, this is never a particularly nice case. Probably what I'll just do is just do something like U2, L prime UL, U prime R prime, and then finish off this red center with these three, this one and this one. So U2, L, U R prime, L prime. Now I see I've got this 2 by 3 block here. So I'm just looking for another 2 by 3 I can attach to it, and sure, it's not going to work out necessarily here. So I'll need to attach this piece. Actually, how's this going to work? Yeah, I need to attach this piece to here, and then do RU R prime, like that. Then I can do an F prime, U, M prime U2 M to create this 1 by 5. Do a U, R prime F2 R, then attach these ones to create a 1 by 4. Finish off that 1 by 5, then insert it, and then these three and this one, and then a commutator. And as I'm doing that commutator, I'm kind of looking for what to do first, and I see these white and oranges. So probably I would slice back and start working on my white and oranges. I see these three, this one here, and after a bit more searching, this one back here. So I can slice like this, flip, slice, and then finish off the white and orange. Now the yellow and orange is going to be quite easy. I've got these three, this one and this one. So I can take that out, do a rotation, insert that, and then insert this one into the back, R prime U R, and then slice across. And as I was doing that, I guess the things that I saw a few things. Probably the one that is best to go with is green and orange. So this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So RU prime R prime, slice across, RU prime R prime, and then slice this one and this one. Flip this one, slice it into the front right. Then it gets a bit trickier because we've solved 3 edges here, and yeah, at this point I'm just trying to figure out, okay, what's the best edge that I can solve to just finish off solving them onto this face, and then go ahead onto the next one. And so I see these 2 red and greens and this red and green. So probably just solve those and then kind of look around the rest of the cube for the other red and greens, which might take a little while, but should be able to find these two here. So insert, slice across, RU prime, R prime, slice there, and then just do something like R prime D R, and then solve the rest. So at this point, green and yellow is quite easy. So these ones and this one, slice, flip, slice back, and then this green and yellow one is here. So I can insert that, slice across. Also quite easy is blue and yellow. So I've got those ones, this one back here, and then this one here. So that was pretty straightforward. Then it's not as easy for the next edge. There's not one like best option in this situation, I don't think. I'm kind of stumped. In a solve, I would probably do something inefficient like, white and green. So let's go ahead and do the white and green and see where that ends up. So solve those, flip this in place, use this one and this one. So U2, then this one. And now I've solved the white and greens. Now last edge, white and blue is going to be pretty nice because I've got these three in the back here. So RU prime, R prime, U2, D2, flip this edge, D2, solve that, and then restore the centerpieces. Okay, so after solving the first 8 edges, I see there's kind of barely anything in the way of an easy next edge to solve. So in this scenario, probably what I tend to do is just try and solve the inners first and then do the outers. So I see I've got these two and this one, so I can just slice, flip, slice back. Then I might be inclined to go ahead and solve the blue and orange. So I've got this, this, and this. So I can do R prime L, U2, slice, flip, slice back like that. Then, it doesn't get any easier at this point. This is quite a hard last 4 edges. Let's just go ahead and do, this is really tricky. Maybe I'll just go ahead and solve the red and yellow. So do an R2, slice, flip, slice back, and then finish that off, slice, flip, and slice back. And now I've got inner parity, so I'll do the inner parity algorithm to swap these two. So the wide parity algorithm. And I don't have outer edge parity. So I'll go ahead and solve 3x3 stage. A nice edge orientation for this case is something like F, R, U2, R prime, U prime, F prime. And then got an end permutation. All right, so that's done.